What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Ultrasphere HTCG. It has been about a month since the last time I posted a video, and in that last video I said I was gonna try to release the newest set in December. December's almost over, and in fact probably is over by the time you watch this. So what's been happening? Alright, that's what I want to talk to you guys today about. What have I been doing with the game? Well, I've been making changes, and quite a lot of changes, and substantial changes. It's not a total overhaul. I've been reworking some systems, but they still resemble what they were. They're very similar, just they work differently in the way that it's implemented. So let's take a look here at Jaden, this contestant, in his current version, what it is right now, and then let's take a look at a newer version. By the way, everything you see here could change again. In fact, I'm still working on a lot of this, but this is just what I have at the current moment. Okay, so there is quite a bit of difference between these two. And the most noticeable thing, at least I think, is the stats. They have been greatly reduced in terms of the amount of stats you gotta look at. So a big reason for wanting to make changes is because when testing the game out, a lot of unnecessary time was being tacked on just trying to calculate damage. So the big driver for making these changes was to reduce the amount of time it took to calculate damage. And a big factor in that was how stats were and how they worked. So now there's only 4. You got your HP, your basic, your power, and speed. Basic kind of correlates to attack, but not completely. Power kind of correlates to magic, but not completely. Speed works almost exactly the same as it did before. So if you have higher speed than the opponent, you can attack twice. That's still the same. But the biggest thing here is there are no defensive stats anymore. There's no defense, there's no magic resistance. So whenever you figure out your damage, you just take that straight to the HP. You don't have to factor in the opponent's defense or magic resistance. So that's one less significant thing to think about. I also took out agility and accuracy. In fact, I turned agility into an ability as opposed to having it on every contestant. So now that it's an ability, it actually requires some investment if you want to still be able to dodge attacks, and you don't have to think about it every time you attack. So that's what happened to those. The other thing is upgrades. The way upgrades worked in the previous version is that they would add 1 stat, or 1 point to every stat, and then 2 points to your power stats, your red stats. But that kind of became a pain to think about every time you attacked, because it doesn't show it directly on here. You'd have to think, alright, so I am upgrade rank 2, my attack stat is normally 3, but because it's 2 it should go up by 1, but since it's a power stat it goes up by 2, so now it's 5, and it just added an extra step that added unnecessary complexity, I think. So stats no longer increase with upgrades, and instead I tried doing something else with upgrades, and that's what these 1, 2, 3 things are. So when you upgrade, you get a new ability, and then you upgrade again, you get another ability. I think that's the method I'm going to go with, at least for now, unless I find something better. But I think this should work. And I'm also trying to redo the way classes work. I've been loosening up the requirements on skills and abilities. That's still in the works. I'm not going to talk a whole lot about that. And same with the masteries. those, they work slightly differently. For the most part, they're the same. Just some masteries have changed names and some have been combined, so there's less than there was before, but I'll talk about that on a later date. I just wanted to get this video out there to show that I have in fact still been working on the game. I haven't disappeared. I'm still here, guys, and hopefully I can figure out exactly what I'm trying to do with this game soon, so that I can get to testing it out and finally get the set released. So that is all I have for you today. Thanks for watching. I'm sorry it's been a while, but I will try to be uploading again. Okay. Right. See you guys later. Goodbye.